Okay, so first of all, start with the GU, which I trade personally. Then I will analyze one by one as per your request. Okay, so let's switch into the daily time frame structure. What daily time frame structure is just saying in a higher time frame that GBP USD will be drop or push higher or little bit a pullback, right? So first clean this, right? Okay. So now you can see here GBP USD is a dropping last few months, right? And after some pullback, now we can see continued drop. But why this drop is happening here? If we market structure, for example here, then we can see this was a recent high, which is here, right? But market took this high, right? If I show you through bar play, then we can see this was a recent previous high is here, and market grabbed some liquidity, and we are anticipating a push downside. Why? I'm showing you some example. For example, this is a bearish market, right? So these things, when market created lower lows right here, so this is a called bearish market. But in a reality, these things doesn't happen most of the time because market structure doesn't work like this. Market structure move or as per the liquidity. Market wants to grab liquidity before go higher and lower, right? So price before they go more lower, price should break this high to grab all liquidity, and then price push to the downside, right? So these things work in a smart money, right? So same thing happened here. Now we can see here price took the previous high, which is here, and closed below it. This candle indication is market may be pushed downside because major trend is a bearish, right? We can see market creating lower lows and pushing downside, and same thing happening here. Market take the previous recent high and creating some grab some liquidity and trying to push a downside. And this idea already said in a private group channel that I told him that price in a GBP USD price in upcoming days will be dropped, right? So same thing happened here, and price drop continue downside till this level here. Okay, so this is a GU in a daily time frame, right? Now switch into the little bit more lower time frame, then we can understand more clear picture that how it's working. Sorry. Right. So this market took the liquidity and pushed downside. Now switch into the 4 hour. In 4 hour picture, we can see here after grab some liquidity, where is our zone where we can see some buying and selling reaction, right? So if I mark the structure, first of all, mark the structure, correct structure. So our recent low broken here, okay, and recent high was here. This was high, sorry, low, and this was lower high, and again market create lower low. So basically market moves something like this and broke this structure. This is a change of characteristic, right? And break the structure and trying to go higher. But if you know market move this, sorry, break this structure here and create some trend line liquidity right here. So generally, this type of liquidity market sweep the all liquidity and at least broke this low, which is already broken. So where is our next zone where we can see some buying reaction in upcoming week? Okay, so this was a liquidity right here, and we have a some zone here. Why I mark this zone for the demand? Actually, if you see here in the left side, this previous low has been swept by this candle. So this demand becomes stronger. When market sweep the liquidity in a upside and downside, then those zones become more strong. In this case, liquidity previous low has been taken out here. Okay, so this demand become more stronger. Okay, so once price tap this zone here, so we can see some buying reaction to the upside, but there is a not necessary price go upside continue like this, because price already sweep the daily high, so there is not necessary price go to go higher to break this high. Actually, we can see some little bit of pullback buying reaction probably here and maybe here, this happen here and then possibly downside, right? So this is a theme in a 4-hour time frame in a GBP USD. Now switch into the 1 hour. In a 1 hour picture, we can see here clearly market is also bearish, right? In a higher time frame, lower time frame, majority of the time frame is a bearish, right? So for buy trade is a little bit risky, but follow the structure, follow the liquidity, follow the strategy criteria before the buy or sell. Okay, so I'm expecting in a GBP USD will be continue drop till this level, which I mark here on the extreme point. So this is an extreme and high probability, and a 1 hour time frame we can see here is a left imbalance and proper order block. So this zone is a more validated, and this low become our liquidity extreme point, and you can say this is an inducement, right? So we are anticipating price move more downside, right? Okay, so this is my view for the GBP USD in a higher time frame perspective. Okay, so now we can start some question answers and recordings. Sorry, yeah, recording will be, yeah, I'm recording this session. You can get after, you can watch later and maybe publish on a YouTube. Okay, so no need to worry. Okay, so you can questions. What do you want in a next topic? I mean, next analysis. YouTube links. You can simply search on YouTube Trading Hub. You will get Trading Hub YouTube channel. And also I will publish YouTube link on a Telegram channel. Don't worry. So someone asked me, okay, GBP USD, GBP JPY, gold, crude oil. Okay, let's make a quick view on a Bitcoin and then gold, right? Because this is a let's see in a weekly time frame perspective. Actually, crypto market is a bleeding in a downside. Quick question, or talk a little more about inducement. Actually, inducement is a like a big topic. Can't understand in a simple in a 2-3 minutes is not possible, but uh, you can read in our book where I explain everything in the details, complete details, inducement, liquidity, entries, and everything. Okay. So Bitcoin in a weekly chart, if you can see here in a top side, Bitcoin took some liquidity upper side, and then market trying to go push downside. Okay, so everyone buying here, and they are expecting push higher because market is going up crazy, and everyone buying in a FOMO. But if you can see here, this is a demand. No, actually this is a liquidity trap, and everyone buying here and putting a stop loss just below it. That's why market is a bleeding, pushing downside, and then probably go higher. Actually, if you can see here in a left side, this is a demand, okay, like retail demand, and everyone looking here for buy, and they are putting this stop loss just below it, and then market push higher. Again, market push downside, then again, lot of people are buying here more compared to this one. Okay, then market create more liquidity in a downside, putting the all stop loss just below it. Okay, and after broken this demand, I mean SNR liquidity in terms of SMC called SNR liquidity, support and resistance liquidity. Okay, so everyone buying here and putting the stop loss just below it, and they are expecting price to higher. Okay, and after broken this demand, I mean liquidity, they are looking here for sell and something like this. Okay, so this is a basically retail theory, but in terms of SMC, this is a trap. Actually, not buyers been here, and again seller will be also trapped. Okay, then maybe market push downside and maybe continue to higher. It's depend on the structure. Okay, but in this day, market is a very risky for buyers. Seriously, actually, when price was here, I think here, then I update in a Telegram that Bitcoin will be dropped, and this demand is creating more liquidity downside, and everyone buying here because they are anticipating this is a demand. Actually, this is a not demand. This is a liquidity, SNR liquidity, which means retail's liquidity. Okay, so in a weekly time frame perspective, market on the sell side, but you don't need to buy here or sell here. You have to wait for the clear cut confirmation, right? In a weekly time frame perspective, you have to wait. Okay, so now switch into the daily time frame where we can see some get idea to buy and sell. So if we mark the high and low in a weekly chart, sorry, daily chart, so this is our current structure, which is here. Let's delete it. Okay, so this is our current structure in a daily time frame. So what we can expect here, we are expecting if price gonna more lower and then push higher, something like, sorry, let's draw this. First push downside and then push higher, like this. Took some more liquidity in a downside, and this move is a our called break of the structure, inducement, and then buy to the upside till this zone, this high, right? Because this is our recent daily high or low. Once market broke this high, then we can see more continuation upside. Until broken this high, market is momentum is a bearish. Actually, if you can see in a left side, market took this high as a liquidity, so this zone is a become more stronger. Okay, so we can see some reaction over here on an order block also as well. So this is a very important to understand, and we can see some little bit buying reaction after taking out this low. And don't try to sell here. If you can see here, this is an order block, and people are saying this is order block, and I would like to sell here because market momentum is a bearish, and people are anticipating price something like this. But in reality, these things doesn't happen because this order block doesn't exist any types of liquidity, right? So this is a smart money trap, and market push higher. Something like this. Okay, so this is a trap because there is nothing inducement here. This is a single leg. So this is a trap. Everything including in our book, which I released yesterday. Okay, so everything I mentioned, every example, every details, which is a really good for SMC traders, especially for SMC traders who are not profitable and struggling to find the valid pause, stock, order block, and entry liquidity inducement and entry types, single candle mitigation entry, everything mentioned in a depth. Right. So this is my view for the Bitcoin, and still at the current time, you don't need to buy and sell. You have to wait for the at least broken this low, and then price push higher and broke this high, and then we can see some buying reaction upper side. Right, something like this. How we different between liquidity and trading? Actually, these all topics are not possible to share here, but you can get all these all questions and all topics in a depth in our book. You can purchase on a Telegram. You can message me, then you will get. Okay, so next question. How we different between liquidity, trading, supply, explain little bit. Actually, if I explain here in a little bit, then I think you can't understand in a 2-3 minutes. So not possible. Actually, trap is here. Trap means when everyone trying to buy or sell, including SMC and retails, everyone. Like for example, if you are a retail trader to trade trend line and chart pattern and support resistance, something like this. So, for example, this is a bearish structure, and everyone trying to buy on the breakout, right? So this is a general theory. After broken this high, everyone trying to buy higher, and one price tap on this trend line and everyone looking for sell because this trend line act like a resistance in terms of the retail theory. But as a smart money theory, this is a not a resistance. People are trapped here when trend line broke, and then they are anticipating this is a breakout, and they are anticipating price go higher, right? And some retailers anticipating when price tap on this trend line, okay, and then they are anticipating push downside. So everyone, both side buying and selling retail traders, but SMC trader trap both direction. Actually, first price push higher at this point, and then we can get some reaction in a downside, they are really happy because they are anticipating price is a downside and market momentum is a bearish and creating lower lows. And then what happened? Market push higher and then collect all stop loss and buyers introduce here for the buy and they are anticipating price go higher. But in a reality, these things doesn't work. Market take this high, previous high, right? And this high work like an inducement. Previous high work like inducement and market tap on this order block, which is high probability, and we are anticipating here for sell. And you can get this point. If you understand how inducement liquidity work. Clean, hi bro, please tell me about your market structure. Okay, actually, mark the structure is a really simple. For example, I'm showing you through drawings. For example, we are in a bullish market and market structure move something like this. So if you ask me where is our high or low, so I can say this is a low, okay, but where is high? And a lot of people saying this is a high, this is a high, this is a high. But in my terms, these are not high. Actually, this is a single leg. Why? If market broke this low, recent low, right, and again push higher. So in terms, in my terms, this become our new low because this low has been taken on the previous low. So this become our strong low and this is a weak high, right? So our new leg will be like this. Okay, so this will be count as a single leg. Okay, and after that we can see again price moving something like this and again. So this will be again new low and high and high. Okay, so these all things explained in a PDF book. Okay, so you can get. Okay, please show me some example on a live chart. Okay, you can get any pair. For example, if I mark here in a 15-minute, 20-minute, whatever you want, you can just, we can see in a mode structure here. For example, here, I'm just looking here for example about this portion. Okay, so for example, this is a high. Okay, and this is your higher high, and this is a higher low. And then what happened? If market break this high, so market move something like this. Okay, if market broke this low, which is here. Okay, so this low become our lower lows, and after broken this high, before this move, where is the next recent, I mean highest high, which is here, lower high is here, not here, because actual high is here and like this. Okay, so this high will become from after after taken out the recent high, at least here. Okay, so this is a recent high and this one is here and this one is here. So before the confirm lower lows, market taken out the recent high. Okay, so this become our high, sorry, lower lows, and then market push higher. So again, market push can go more higher. It doesn't mean that market momentum is a bullish. No, this is a counter trend because original high is here. Then what happened? Market pushed downside and broke this high, sorry, low. Okay, so let me clean this one. So this is a structure low here and low high. Again, market break the structure and people are saying this is a low. No, this is not low. Actually, this is a single line until broken this recent high. If market recent broken this high, so this become our new low. But in this case, you can see there is no high sweep and market broke this low. So still market is a bearish and this is our single leg, something like this. I'm showing you. Where is okay? Still market is in a single leg. Okay, so this is a simple. Can you elaborate on the subject of ping pong trading? Actually, ping pong and this is not possible here to share. Flip is a zone that make reaction on a then press break and the zone that cause the break is up. Exactly. Flip work like this. Actually, I don't much use flip. Flip means as 2D, supply to demand, demand to supply. For example, market is a bearish. Okay, and market showing some reaction on the supply and push higher. Okay, like this. Okay, so this is a supply here. Okay, and market showing some reaction and then push higher, and this zone become our flip, and we can anticipating price push downside and go higher. So this is a simple concept in a flip. Okay, so someone asked me, Telegram that he wanna mm, see a PDF like some content that how I explain. So, do you wanna see PDF that PDF book how it's looking inside? Okay, so I'm showing you. I bought the PDF. It's okay. Thank you, Puri FX. Yeah, it's really helpful. I'm showing you. So these all things inside actually how to mark the actual structure, all diagrams, more than hundreds of the diagram. Yeah, this is a all thing internal, external liquidity, inducement, inner depth, all diagrams, entry model, how we can get high probability entry, chalk flip, simple chalk, scaling entry, multiple entries, case studies, how we can get entries, everything mentioned here in a details. You will get every points, every question answer. I think if you are a SMC trader and you are struggling, then this PDF is really helpful to you. You have never seen like this. Actually, some people are saying that boss job order block is enough to trade atoms. No, actually, these are also trap. Okay, these are also liquidity, right? So you have to understand that how actually banks and uh, institutional things, that how they trap, and these are things. So this is a inside of the PDF. So you will get, if you want this PDF, you can text me on a Telegram. Okay, thank you guys for attending this session. And I okay guys, so thank you for attending this session. And for the next week, I will start YouTube videos for education to all community which are in our free community, okay, in a public channel. So I will try to give you best content in a free of cost, and every week's 2-3 videos if possible, trade recaps and knowledgeable video. Okay, so I will say so. Okay, thank you. And this video will be published on a YouTube also. You can watch it later.